Mustang, pool car, drag racing. Oh, hello and welcome back to another Fix It Fools Garage video, where today we're going to be seeing if this 60s backhoe will run. I'm fixing this up for a good friend of mine, so we're going to see if we can get this thing running today. And if we can, I don't think we're going to be driving it, because take a look at this. This is one awfully big tire that's off the bead, so we're not going to be driving this thing today, but we can see if this old case 4-cylinder will run. So let's jump straight into it and see if we can get this thing running. Now just a quick walk around on this thing. Someone already did install a new ignition for us, and our wiring looks somewhat intact. So let's go ahead and get my severely oversized battery in here. Oh, it's got some spring in its seat left. Oh, come on. Now this battery is not the right size for this thing at all, but it's the only battery I have, so. Now I suppose, let's just crank the starter. Wow, okay. I should probably check the oil real quick. Now I did not expect that to just crank like that, so let's find our oil dipstick, which is right here. Just check it. And it's got some nice black oil in there, so let's shove that back in. And let's listen to this thing crank for the first time, actually. Alrighty, let's see how this sounds cranking. It's clearly not seized. That sounds amazing. Although, I'm not sure why this switch cranks both ways. That's interesting. That's something we're probably gonna have to figure out. Why does it do that? Well, should we see if we can hook some fuel up to this? Because I'm not using this tank because it's all rusty. So I'm gonna see if I can hook up an external fuel tank to this thing and get some fuel flowing to that updraft carb. Now this little external fuel tank has been one of my best purchases yet. So let's just go ahead and hook that right there, and then we'll hook it down here to the fuel inlet of this updraft carb. Oh, this line is very brittle, which is as to be expected when you're working on something from the 60s. Yep, that just snapped in half, but then we'll get our temporary fuel line hooked up. I'm hoping this carb is somewhat clean on the inside, so it will run off of this. I think that's a great spot for my fuel tank to hang. Right next to the exhaust. Yeah, now I'm gonna find a better spot for that. Let's get some fuel in this fuel tank. Perfect, not even a spill. All right, let's go ahead and turn this valve right here to the on position and see if our carb leaks, which it most likely will. Actually, we'll let that carburetor fill its float bowls a little. I can already tell it's leaking, but we'll let it fill for just a second, see if it floods out, and then we'll try and start it. And that fuel bowl is most definitely leaking everywhere. But let's try and start it nonetheless. I don't think we have spark, so let's investigate our spark situation. And turn this off because we're just leaking fuel. Well, this is nice and easy right here. All my spark plugs and my distributors right here. I think I'm gonna pull this spark plug because it seems to be the easiest to get to. I've changed my mind. Before I actually pull the spark plug, I'm just gonna do the lazy man spark test by hooking my timing light up and seeing if I've got any sparkulations out of my light. Alright, let's see if we got spark. I'm gonna have to put my eye up to this because it's bright out. We have no spark. Let's claim those points. Interesting. I'm not familiar, but this system is not your standard points. Otherwise, this cap under here looks great, but well, I guess let's test for spark without the spark plug on, because I don't think I have the right size socket. I don't know. It just tried to start. I think I just had to clear the cobwebs out of that distributor system, because it's not your standard points. It seems to be some sort of magnetic system. So after I cleaned those cobwebs out, it just wanted to start. So let's put that spark plug back on and see if this thing will start. Alrighty, it is that time. Actually, I should turn the fuel on and see what this thing wants to do. Let's go. I don't think it likes all the fuel it's getting. I think it's flooding out. So let me turn the fuel off and see if we can run it with what's in the bowls. Ran out of fuel in the bowls, but she freaking runs. That is insane. Now that she's warmed up, I'm gonna turn the fuel back on to the bowls and see if we can get her running for a little longer. See if we could just get her out of her 20-year slumber. All right, round two. Let's go. They get flooded out, but we'll see. I think that carb for sure needs a rebuild. Well, that is just about the fastest thing I have ever gotten to run. I'm for sure going to be back here doing some more work on this thing, so let me know what you guys think I should do down in the comments below. And we're going to get this thing working for my friend. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe down below if you guys want to see some more of this thing here on the channel. But other than that, I think we're just about done here, and I think my pants deserve to go to the scrapyard, but this thing, not so much. Thank you guys all for watching. Fix It Fools, out.